So now we are going to learn today lesson 1, that is the selfish woodcutter. What is the meaning of selfish? Selfish, just the person who thinks of himself. Like if I have a pencil with me, so I would not be sharing with others. That is what? That is my selfishness. If someone is asking something, okay, let's you have a good story book, shall I get it for some time? So what I say, because I am a selfish person, I say no, that is my thing, that is my book. Why should I give it to you? So that is just I think of myself is nothing but selfishness. Okay, so now you have understood what is the meaning of selfish. So we have in this story such kind of woodcutter. Woodcutter in the sense the person who cuts the tree, who cut the wood. He is called as woodcutter. So let's see the vocabulary part now. Okay, so now the vocabulary is satisfied. What is satisfied? Satisfied is nothing but pleased. Okay, pleased, that means getting everything and being happy is pleased. Bother. Now second one is bother. Bother is taking trouble to do something. Okay, as I said, I'll give an example. If you have to do homework, you will take trouble, lot of trouble, right? So in the same manner, like how homework bothers you, because next day your teacher might be asking, have you done your homework? Right? That botheration when you have, you will definitely do the homework. So here also in this story, bother is the word which has some difficulty to do something. Now the next one is witted. Witted is the sharped the blade off, like doing something sharp things, like the sword, the knife, we will do sharpen, then only we can cut with that. So that is called as witted. Then frightened. Frightened is nothing but afraid of, getting scared of. That is called as frightened. Then pity. Pity is what? Pity is sympathy. Sympathy is, oh, please give me. Then he says, yes, please take it, but with attitude. Okay, that is sympathy is nothing but daya karna. Nothing but it is a kind of giving something with happiness or with just giving like that. So that is called as sympathy. So we have done with the vocabulary part now. So hello children, I am your teacher. Okay, and I will be teaching you the English subject. My name is Sushma. Okay, and definitely I will be giving you good examples wherein which you will learn your lessons very thoroughly and very interestingly manners. So let's go ahead with the first lesson today. Okay children, done. Chalo, let's start. So today we are going to learn the story about selfish woodcutter. As I told, I will be telling you what is selfish. Selfish is nothing but thinking of only ourselves. So there was a woodcutter. Okay, there was a woodcutter. Who is woodcutter? Who cuts the tree or who cuts the wood? He is called as woodcutter. Woodcutter. Now let's see the initial task. Okay, if we cut the trees, do they get pain? Yes. Yes. If we get hurt, do we get pain? Right? Yes. So when we fall, we get pain? Yes. So in the same manner, trees also have such kind of feeling, but they cannot express us. That is the reason we should not cut the trees. Okay? And planting more trees. Do you love to plant more trees, children? Yes. We should plant more trees because it reduces the pollution level. What is pollution? Pollution is nothing but not getting the clear and clean breathing air. That is called as pollution. Dirty air, dirty weather, that is called as pollution. So if we plant more trees, that will reduce the air pollution, and with that we get so much of rain, wherein which we get so much of water also. Yes, so we should not cut the trees, and these are very useful for the environment, animals and human beings. That are only not helpful for us, but those are even helpful for animals, because animals live in jungle. So what is jungle? Jungle is made up of all trees. So that is only their shelter. So that is the reason trees are a major part of the jungle. Therefore, we have to plant more and more trees. Let's see the story of the selfish woodcutter, what he did in this story. Okay. Now, what happens? There was a woodcutter. He was very poor, and he used to live in a mud-made hut. That is, his hut was made by mud. Mud is nothing but clay, what you play, what we get outside. So his house was made of that kind of hut. Hut is nothing but having a small house, So his house was made of mud. He was a very poor, and what happened? His hut was on the hill, and his hut was on the hill. Hill is nothing but the upper area of the land. Now, he was so poor that sometimes he never used to get one-time meal also. Right? We eat 3 times a day, children. Okay, when we wake up, we get milk, we get biscuits with that. Yes, we drink milk. Second, at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, our mama will feed us with breakfast. That is the second meal. At third meal will be 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Again, we will be having some snacks and biscuits. Those are all meals. And in the lunch, rice, roti, chapatis. That is again a meal. And in the night, again we have dinner. So this is all called as meal. But this poor woodcutter, he did not used to get a single meal, one meal also throughout the day. So he was that much poor. And then what happened is, one day he thought, if I cut down a big tree, I can make my hut with that tree stems. So he was thinking, instead of this mud hut, if I cut down the big tree, if I go to the jungle, I can get good wood, and I can make the hut out of that wood. And then he needed a sharp axe for that. Okay, he needed wood from that. So that is called as axe. So he thought, let us go to the jungle, cut the tree and make our hut with the tree-made hut, not the mud-made hut. And so he did not have the axe. Although the woodcutter had an axe, it was without handle, and he could not buy new one. He was having an axe, but there was no handle for the axe. Only the front part wherein which we cut, that he was having. But still with that, he went to the hill. He went to the jungle. One day, the woodcutter reached the top of hill. There were a lot of trees on the hill, old trees, young trees, and small trees, big trees. Okay, what he did? He went to hill, and there he can see so many trees. Big, small, young are in the sense they are just planted trees. Okay, etc. So the woodcutter asked those trees, can I take one tree away from this hill? So he is asking, can I take one tree please away from your community, from your place? So I am very poor. Why he is asking the tree? He is saying I am very poor, and so he says ki, I am very poor, my hut is made up of mud and I want a hut to be made up of wood. So will you please allow me to cut one tree to get the wood for making my hut. He is requesting them, please. He is requesting. Requesting is saying please. The trees were silent. The trees did not say anything. They are just listening and they are just silent. They did not reply at all. That means they never spoke. He asked again. The poor man asked again, I need one. Please allow me. Allow me to take only one tree. He is again requesting the trees because trees are not replying. Please allow me one. Please, how do you ask your mama chocolates when she hide it in the fridge? Do you say, Mama, please one chocolate, Mama, one small chocolate I will eat and tomorrow I will eat rest of the others? So in the same manner, this woodcutter is asking for one small tree to the big trees. Can I get one tree for making my hut? So now what happened? After consulting all together, they decided to give him one small tree. So what the tree, all the big trees do, old trees, they will talk in between, consulting in the sense they will talk in between, and they decide, let's give one small tree to this poor man. And what they do, they will say, yes, you can cut only one small tree from our jungle. Then the poor man feels very happy with this, and then he said, okay, if we give him a small one, what trees will think? If we give him small one, then definitely he will not ask for the big one and he will be satisfied. That means he will be pleased. He will be satisfied and won't bother us. Won't bother us is nothing but he will not give any difficulty after some time. That means he will never come to us if we give one tree in future. So we will be safer. So if we give one tree, he will not cut us. So we will all be safe. The big tree said, we are going to give you a small tree. Go along with it and never come here again. Then when your mama gives chocolates, what does she say? What will she say? You are eating this chocolate now. Next time don't ask me chocolate. Never come here again in the kitchen to ask chocolates. So in the same manner, the old tree saying the poor man, you take one small tree and don't come here again. Okay? Then what happens? The woodcutter was very happy. He was very happy and he took the tree to his hut. He took the small tree to his hut. After reaching home, first he cut the tree. What he has to do? He has to make the pieces of the tree. And he made first, because he was not having handle for his axe, he made first a big long stick kind of handle for his axe to cut further tree into pieces. And then he whetted the axe and made it very sharp. So whetting is nothing but making some metals sharpening on the thing, that is whetting. Now the axe was ready to chop the big tree. Now the small tree he cut. Now the axe was such kind of ready that the axe can even cut the big trees which are there in the axe is very sharpened and working in proper manner. So he says, oh my God, my axe is very nice today. So it's working in proper order. The woodcutter forgot his promise. When he was returning from the jungle, the big tree said, you should not come here again. So what he says, okay, I will not come. That was a promise. And now what does he do is, he will forget the promise what he has made to the old tree. And again he will go to the hill to cut some more trees, because now he has good wood house. But only house is enough? No. How our house looks? We have living room, we have TV, we have sofa. Yes, we don't need even all other things. In such a manner, this poor woodcutter also be wanting some other things to be made from the wood. So he will again go to jungle and he start cutting the big tree. Now, and what he says, now I have a strong and big house. The day has come that I will have all the comforts for me in my new house. He put his axe on his shoulder. He just put his axe on his shoulder and started moving towards hill. Started walking towards hill. On the way, he was thinking about his new house, saying, without handle, I could not cut trees till today. Till there, when he was walking, he was just thinking about that. If I wouldn't have handle on my axe, was it been possible to cut the trees? He was just thinking and going towards the jungle. Then now my axe can cut so many trees because it has handle and it is even sharp also. And now I will bring as much as trees I want to my home, to my house. Thinking all this, he reached on the top of the hill where all the trees were standing happily in the row. So the trees do not know that he is coming for cutting them. So they are all happily standing like this, happily, okay. And they don't know that poor man is coming now for cutting them. Now what happens? The poor man has a sharp edged big axe with handle and new axe, okay, which they all were frightened. Now they saw the axe in woodcutter's hand and they started scaring, oh my God, he will come and first kill me only, he will cut me only. Like that they started getting fear by seeing that. Please don't do this. The trees started requesting him. What will you do now? Are you going to cut down us? The trees are asking the poor man. What will you do now? Are you going to cut down us? No, please don't do this. They are again requesting the poor man. Please don't cut us. Please don't do this. Have a pity on us. Show some sympathy on us. And because we are happily standing here, please show some sympathy on us. They are requesting him. But the woodcutter was not at all listen to their voice. He do not want to listen anything from them. And then he picked his new axe and started cutting the trees. The trees were in big pain. When he cut the tree saying, I'm getting hurt. So they were in big pain, crying, oh my God, Mama, I'm getting hurt. How we cry? We get tears, but trees cannot show us tears. But still they cry inside and shouting continuously, I am getting hurt. They have started shouting continuously. Please don't do this. Save us. Someone please save us. They are asking for help. Save us, please save us. So they are asking for help for someone. Now what happens? Looking at this, a very old and big tree said, if I had not given a small tree to this poor woodcutter, then he would never made his handle for the axe. What does the old tree saying by seeing all the friends wherein which the woodcutter is cutting the tree? He is thinking, if I wouldn't have allowed this poor woodcutter to cut the small tree, okay, what happens when he went to the home? He made one big stick, made a handle for the axe, right? So he says he wouldn't have made the handle for the axe and he never came back. That was my big mistake. I allowed him for the cutting of small tree. Then he would never make a handle for his axe and he wouldn't have fleed us thus. So he never came back to us. But this is too late. Now if they think also, when the thing is going to change? No, because he already made an axe and he started cutting tree and now he is not going to listen. Okay, so the trees are repenting on themselves that we have made a big mistake by allowing him to cut the trees. Children, never cut the trees. If someone is cutting the trees, gives shelter to the animals. So stop cutting tree is the main motive behind this story. Thank you so much. I hope you all have understood, and now we will go ahead with the grammatical structure for this lesson.